Welcome to Beyblade World by Zankye. My show starts right now. So today for my Beyblade show, I'm doing an awesome unboxing of amazing Burst products. On today's Beyblade show, this video is called the Beyblade Burst, Japanese versus Korean, B03 Ragnarok Heavy Survive, B04 Kerbeus Central Defense, B012 Deathscyther Oval Accel. Unbox review/giveaways. Giveaway expires on April 24th, 2016. And what you have to do is basically type in the comments which version you prefer, the Japanese version or the Korean version. So starting it off, we got the B03 Ragnarok Heavy Survive. So it's a pretty awesome bait, it's a stamina type A, and we'll compare the Japanese version to the Korean version. So now we have both the boxes side by side. The one on the left is the Japanese version, the one on the right is the Korean version. So you can see a few small differences like the NFC chip that's in the Japanese version to the left, but you know, not too much really. Anyways, we'll be comparing the top of the boxes. So we'll first start with the Japanese version. So with the Japanese version, you can see the Japanese writing on it, you know, Takaratomi logo. For the Korean version, you know, same thing, Takaratomi logo, Young Toys logo. And there's also ages 6 and plus up, logo right there. Of course, other stuff like the Korean writing that's on the Korean box. But you know, not too much differences on the front of the box, other than really the writing and like an extra few logos. Anyways, we'll be moving on to the back of the box. So now we have the back of the box, and yeah, so let's start comparing. So you can already see there are a few small differences. Of course, before I continue, one on the left is the Japanese version, one on the right is the Korean version. So anyways, let's compare the back of the boxes. So let's first start off with the Japanese version. So you can see there's a lot of information on there, lots of battle stuff, you know, they have the little bay there, battling against the other one. Almost the exact same thing. Font looks a little bit different on the Korean version. You can also, it's almost exactly the same, except it does not show the bay logger there, because it does not come with a bay logger. It just kind of has that battle image that's like in the top right in the front of the box. You can also see the warnings are pretty much different from the Japanese version and the Korean version. But I mean, overall, not too many differences, you know, it's pretty nice. Anyways, let's compare the stickers now. So now we got both the stickers. The one on the left is the Japanese version, the one on the right is the Korean version. And I mean, really, yeah, one on the left's Japanese version, one on the right's the Korean version. Not too much differences when it comes to the stickers. Maybe a slight difference in the gradient and the driver sticker, but nothing really else. Anyways, now we got both the bays, then we're gonna go part by part, comparing. So the one on the top is the the Japanese version, and the one on the bottom is the Korean version, as we can see. Not too much differences between the layers. You can kind of see maybe a slightly lighter orange in the Korean version. It's almost the same as Japanese version. Now we got both the bottoms. You can see the teeth for the layers. I mean, overall, there's not really that much differences comparing between the two bays, and it's very good how accurate they are. You can just see everything. It's pretty nice. Anyways, now we got the bays fully assembled. The one on the left is the Japanese version. The one on the right is the Korean version. So side by side, they almost look pretty similar, except since the Japanese version has the NFC chip and the Korean version does not. Now, if you want to see the bottom of both of these, there you go. There's the bottom. You can just see. It's very close, and that's very awesome. Anyways, we'll be moving on to the test launch. So we'll do a test launch with the Japanese version. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. So, Japanese version, you know, it's more of a stamina type-ish bay. You know, it's going to be in the middle, not too crazy, you know. Just stop it. Whoops. Anyways, we're going to go with the Korean version now. Or the Young Toys version, if you want to refer to it as. Anyways, 3, 2, 1, go shoot. Now, mostly the exact same thing, you know, both stamina type bays. Not going to be too crazy, going to be in the middle of the stadium. It's pretty cool, actually. So now I'll be moving on to the bay, B04 Kerbeus Heavy Survive. This is a defensive type bay. So the one on my left is the Japanese version, and the one on my right is the Korean version. So let's compare the boxes. We'll start off with the front. So let's first start off with the Japanese version. So you can just see it has the Japanese writing, Takaratomi logo. The Korean version has the Young Toys logo, ages 6 and plus, and also the Takaratomi logo. And it's pretty cool. Very similar to the boxes. They look very similar and alike. So of course, let's now move on to the back. And the backs, there's a few small differences when it's for the backs. For both the backs, there's a few small differences. So we have the Japanese version on the left, Korean version on the right. So let's look at the Japanese version first. So you can see how it advertises the Bay logger, how it joined the Bay being launched. You can just see all the writing, probably gives a small description of what the part does. Almost the exact same thing with the Korean version. Kind of looks a bit neater, I could say, or maybe just the font. Can't really tell for sure. It advertises, again, the Bay logger. Korean version does not advertise it. It also has a little promotional battle thing that's actually on the top right of the box. And of course, there is the warning. It's very different from the Japanese and the Korean version. But once again, it's only with a few minor changes, like nothing really too different, and that's pretty awesome. Anyways, let's move on to the stickers. Now, we'll be comparing the stickers now. Now, the one on my left, again, is the Japanese version. The one on my right is the Korean version. So, left is Japanese, right is Korean. Not too much differences, really. It's almost pretty hard to tell, other than maybe the driver sticker. Anyways, we'll be now comparing part by part. So, the top is the Japanese version, and the bottom is the Korean version. And it's very hard to tell these differences because it's almost so close to the original. The only thing I could really say is maybe for the disc, it's maybe a little bit more shinier. And this is the back of the base, and you can also see the teeth and everything like that. I think it's just that shine that it has on the disc for the Korean version. I mean, the drivers are almost exactly the same. Whoops. Anyways, let's now see these bays fully assembled. So now we got the bays fully assembled, both these amazing bays. It's just, they look so similar. It's just really awesome. One on the left is the Japanese version, one on the right is the Korean version. Once again, very similar. It's amazing. And yeah, we're just gonna move on to the test launch right now. Here's the back of the base. Anyways, moving on. So here's the Japanese version. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. So, Kerbeus is a defense type base, so it's gonna mostly stay in the middle. It's not gonna be too crazy. You know, pretty cool. We stop the bay. We'll be moving on to the Korean version. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. So again, Kerbeus is a defense type bay, and it did a pretty good accurate representation of it. It's pretty nice. Awesome bay. Now I'll be moving on to the last one, which is the B12, which is Deathscyther Oval Accel. This is an attack type bay, so of course we'll be comparing the boxes, back, and other stuff like that. So, attacker tummy version's on... Japanese version is on the left, and the Korean version is on the right. Excuse me, I keep on making that mistake. Anyways, the Japanese version, you can see the Japanese writing on there and the Attacker Tummy logo, while the Korean version has the Attacker Tummy logo, Young Toys logo, and the 6+ logo on there. There's also the Korean writing that is on the Deathscyther box. I mean, yeah, that's really all the difference you can really see on the front. Well, now we'll be moving on to the back. Now, on the back, there are a few minor differences that we'll go over. Starting it off, you can even see is that it advertises the Bay logger. You can see the Japanese version. Yeah, Japanese version advertises the Bay logger, while the Korean version just has that promotional image. It's on like the top right, the top front of the box. Another thing I'd like to mention, in case I didn't mention it before, is that almost all the layers for the Japanese, version comes with an NFC chip, while the Korean version does not come with an NFC chip, and I'll show that more after. While we compare. Anyways, we'll be comparing the stickers. The one on the left is the Japanese version, the one on the right is the Korean version. You can just see, left's Japanese, right is Korean. Almost no differences. Anyways, we'll be now going to the part by part. And quick thing I'd like to mention again. Now the layers first off, top is Japanese, bottom is Korean. The Japanese version comes with an NFC chip. All the layers for the Japanese version come with an NFC chip. But the Korean version does not come with an NFC chip. You can just see the chips right there. And in case I didn't mention it before, they have the special chip that you're able to redeem points, play online, and stuff like that. Now, these are the teeth, and now I'll be comparing the disc. The disc on the Korean, again, has like a more shiny to it. Those are the drivers, and yeah. So we got the Japanese version of this Scyther. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. So, Deathscyther is an attack type bay. Spins around the stadium, does a certain flower pattern. It's a pretty crazy bay. So let me just stop Deathscyther. We'll move on to the Korean version of Deathscyther. So 3, 2, 1, go shoot. And yeah, yeah, pretty much the exact same thing. It's an attack type Bey. Pretty accurate, I must say. So we got the Japanese version of Deathscyther. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. So Deathscyther is an attack type Bey. Spins around the stadium, does a certain flower pattern. It's a pretty crazy Bey. So let me just stop Deathscyther. We'll move on to the Korean version of Deathscyther. So 3, 2, 1, go shoot. And yeah, pretty much the exact same thing. It's an attack type Bey. Pretty accurate, I must say. That was a really awesome comparison. It was really close and it's pretty cool. Anyways, thank you for watching. And as always, thank you for watching.